Hey guys, welcome back to another deep dive video. Today we're going to analyze a Pokemon that has a new competitive edge to the Jungle Cup meta. With Wigglytuff jumping so high up the rankings on PvPoke's list, we're going to need a counter for him. And that's when this Pokemon is going to come in handy. Today we're going to be talking about Scizor. Before our analysis, make sure to smash that subscribe button, hit that notification bell to stay up to date on all PvP and Silph Arena content. Now on to the video. Scizor's new appeal is the fact that he is a bug steel type Pokemon. And now with Wigglytuff having Charm as his fast move, it will be doing not very effective damage to him. Not to mention, Scizor has access to Iron Head, which means he's going to be able to one-shot that Wigglytuff. First, we're going to be talking about his fast moves. His two fast moves of choice are going to be Bullet Punch and Fury Cutter. Now, I wouldn't disregard any of these two moves due to Bullet Punch being a steel type fast move. He's going to be able to take down Wigglytuff no problem. With that steel typing, he's going to be able to wreck those fairy types. Again, that is if you want to use Scizor for that main purpose. If that is how he blends in your team, then that will be the best way to use him to be a hard counter to Wigglytuff. Me personally, I would rather use Fury Cutter, but the reason why I would rather use Fury Cutter is because of the fact that it has faster energy gain and it also does a lot more coverage in the Jungle Cup. Fury Cutter with Scizor is just such an amazing combo. They go so hand in hand and it's just so spammy. Fury Cutter will also give you a lot better coverage against the grass type Pokemon. Despite the fact that Fury Cutter will do not very effective damage to Wigglytuff, it still has very high energy gain and it will be able to get to that Iron Head so fast, and we all know that Iron Head will just one-shot that Wigglytuff. So choose your fast move on how you want to use Scizor in your team of 6. Now onto the charge moves. Scizor is going to have access to Scizor, Iron Head, and Night Slash. Now right off the bat, we're going to take Night Slash, we're just going to put that away because dark type moves are not really relevant in the Jungle Cup. Also, you're not going to be getting stab damage from Night Slash. So right away, we're not going with Night Slash, and that is going to leave us with the other two charge moves. That's going to leave us with Scizor and Iron Head. Now Scizor, as we said before, with Fury Cutter is going to be such a spammy move due to the fact that it has such a low energy cost. And then of course we have Iron Head for that Wigglytuff coverage. In terms of key matchups, Scizor is going to be able to take down the grass type. We know which grass type we're talking about. We are talking about Frenzy Plant Venusaur. You will be seeing Frenzy Plant Venusaur on majority of the teams in your Jungle Cup tournament. Scizor will be the answer to that Venusaur. Also, if you have people who like to flaunt their Venomoths, their legacy Venomoths, like I do, Scizor will be able to take them down no problem. Not to mention, Scizor will be able to take down the new king of the Jungle Cup, Wigglytuff. This will be the main reason why you'd want to use a bug steel type on your team. Scizor's main counters are going to be Vigoroth and Noctowl. These two Pokemon are going to be able to take down Scizor without a problem. But depending on the situation, shield advantage, energy advantage, Scizor could get the better of these Pokemon, but again, remember, it's situational. This is going to be Scizor's main downside because every team is going to be littered with a Vigoroth and a Noctowl. So while Scizor does beat the new Jungle Cup king, he still loses to the old one. Now on a team of 3, you're going to want to use your Scizor, and then you're going to want to use something that's going to be able to cover him from his counters. Now, what did we say was his main counters? It is going to be the Flyers and Vigoroth. So maybe I would say a electric type would be good to have on your team, whether it's going to be a Alolan Raichu, Magneton, Magnezone, Lantern, whatever you like, even the Rock Boys. And then you're going to need something that's going to be able to counter Vigoroth. Personally, I would say Venomoth, but then again, you'd have two bug type Pokemon, and that would not work out very well. So I would say the old king of the meta. I would say Vigoroth would probably be one of the best choice to put on those team of 3. So now we are left with Scizor, an electric type, and Vigoroth. Now let's test our analysis and let's get on to some battles. Now on to some battles. We're going to be starting off with our Noctowl, and he's going to be starting off with his Venomoth. We're going to have the lead here because Noctowl is going to be able to take care of that Venomoth, no problem. So he switches out of there, brings in his Wigglytuff, and we switch right out of there and bring in our Scizor. Now we're going to try bait his shield. We got all the way to Iron Head, and now we're going to be hitting with an X Scizor. So we're going to try to bait that shield, see if we can get the shield now, or we're going to do a little bit of damage. We got the shield there, and now we're going to be gunning to try to get to Iron Head. Now Iron Head, either we're going to force a shield, or we're going to be able to just one-shot that Wigglytuff, no problem. So perfect, we don't get the shield, but we're able to take down that Wigglytuff easy. So now we are both switch locked, so now we're waiting for him to bring in his next Pokemon, but he's waiting down the timer because of the fact that he was switch locked. He was trying to wait the timer out. So he brings in his Vigoroth, and we're going to be hitting him with an X Scizor. Remember guys, Fury Cutter X Scizor, it's so spammy, you get to those charge moves so quick. And now we're just going to wait here. We're like, okay, you know what, we're going to shield here because we're going to be able to get to another X Scizor. So we're just gunning here. We're getting counter does so much damage due to us having our steel typing. So now we're going to be hitting him with an X Scizor, and we're going to be able to do some damage here or just force another shield. There we go. His second shield is gone, and we're like, awesome. So now we have our Noctowl and our Vigoroth in the back. So now we're waiting to switch timer just a little bit, and we know he's going to be hitting us with a body slam. So we're like, you know what, we're going to shield here, and we're going to try to take out as much energy as we can from his Vigoroth. So we're going to do a couple counters in here, and we're like, okay, what? We weren't able to get to a body slam before him, but we're like, that's fine. It's not a problem because he's going to be able to just go down now with just counters alone, and we're going to have our Vigoroth that's going to be full of energy, and now we're just waiting. Whatever's going to be coming in is going to be hit with a Body Slam. Now Body Slam is going to be able to do some decent damage to that Vigoroth. We hit the damage with the Vigoroth, and we bring in our Noctowl to be able to just finish it off with just a Sky Attack. Sky Attack is just going to just finish off that Vigoroth, no problem. Now we're going to be going into round 2, and with round 2 we decided to just change things up a little bit, and we decided to lead in with our Raichu. Now he brings in his Golem, and we're like, okay, this is not a good matchup for us. He's going to be able to basically farm us just a little bit, and we're like, you know what, we have to go to Wild Charge because we know that Wild Charge is going to do not very effective damage, but because Wild Charge is a decent move, it's going to do some decent damage to that Golem. So now he's going to be hitting us again, and now we're going to bring in our Wigglytuff. Now Wigglytuff is going to do some decent damage to that Golem, but we're going to shield here because we do not want to get hit by a Rock Blast. So we're going to just start hitting him with Charm. He's going to switch out of there, and he's going to bring in his Venusaur. Now Venusaur is a deadly Pokemon, so we got to be careful. So we're going to be hitting him with a couple of Charms, and now we're like, okay, what? We're going to shield here because we don't want to get hit by that Frenzy Plant, because Frenzy Plant hits like a truck. And now we're like, okay, cool, let's try to get to this Ice Beam to be able to finish off that Venusaur, or force the shield, right? Hopefully we finish him off. Hopefully. No, we get the shield, and we're like, hey, that's fine, not a problem. And now we're like, Charm, 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 just trying to do as much damage as we can. And now he's going to be hitting us with a Frenzy Plant. Now Frenzy Plant is going to do basically finish off our Wigglytuff, and look who we have in the back. It is going to be our X Scizor, sorry, our Scizor, and he's going to be hitting us with the Frenzy Plant. And now we're like, cool, now we're just going to just farm that Venusaur with those Fury Cutters, and just to be able to do as much damage as we can and just try to finish him off. But he gets to another Frenzy Plant, and we're like, oh no. Okay, he was able to do a lot of damage to our X Scizor. We're going to be able to just farm him up now, and whatever he's going to come in, we're going to be hitting him with a charge move. So now we're waiting, and we're going to be hitting him with an X Scizor on that Alolan Golem. X Scizor is going to be able to do some decent damage, but he decides to shield even with just the him being in the red, and he takes down our Scizor, and now we bring him back in our Raichu, and he gets another charge move, and that is the reason why he shielded. And I was like, wait, shield? Why did you shield? And I was like, well, that is why you shielded, guys. And that's going to be the end of round 2, and we're going to be going into round 3. We're going to be leading off with our Scizor, and he leads off with his Venusaur. So we're going to be hitting him with some Fury Cutters. He's going to get out of there real quick because he knows he's going to lose that matchup. And we try to switch up out of there. We had a little bit of switch issues, but that's okay because now we're going to be bringing in our Vigoroth, and Vigoroth is just going to go to town now on that Golem. So we're like, okay, you know what? We're not going to shield this. We're going to take this Rock Blast just so we can be able to just farm him up and hit him with a Body Slam. Body Slam is just going to do a whole lot of damage, or we're going to be forcing a shield here. We get the shield here, and now we're like, hey, counters, 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 going to do so much damage to that Vigoroth, and we're like, cool, now we're going to hit him with a Brick Break, because we just want to do a little bit more damage just to finish off that Golem. So there we go, we finish him off, and now we are left with no energy and no health. So our Vigoroth did his job. We were able to now have that switch advantage. So now we're going to be bringing back in our Scizor. Scizor is going to be coming in, and we're going to be pulling off a X-Scissor. X-Scissor is going to be able to do so much damage to that Venusaur, but instead now we forced that last shield, and we're like, cool, can we get to another one? We're like, we have both our shields. We took both his shields down, and we still have 2 shields. We're like, Sludge Bomb, no problem. Doesn't matter what he throws at us. And we're like, okay, cool. Now did he switch out of there, or did we take him out? I'm not sure. Let's hit him with an X-Scissor, and we're like, you know what, we're going to shield. No, he switched out of there. We're going to switch now. We're going to bring in our Raichu, and with shields down, we're going to try to get to that Wild Charge. We're going to shield this Sky Attack. Even though it won't do much damage, we're like, that's fine. We want our Raichu to stay healthy, and we're like, you know what, we're just going to farm a little bit, and now we're going to be doing our Wild Charge. Wild Charge is just going to be able to one-shot that Noctowl, and now we know that he has 1 Pokemon left in the back, and we're going to be hitting it with a Thunder Punch, just to be able to do as much damage as we can to that Venusaur, even though we still have our Scizor in the back. So we're like, okay, here, we're going to try to do as much damage as we can. We're going to try to get to a Thunder Punch. Technically, we could have just went for Wild Charge and shielded the Lost Frenzy plant, but it doesn't matter. We're going to do a Thunder Punch, do some more damage to that Venusaur, and right now what he's trying to do is he's trying to farm a little bit to be able to take us out, and we're like, you know what, that's fine. We're going to just take that Frenzy plant because we know we have our Scizor in the back, and that is why we kept our shields here, guys. We shielded this last Frenzy plant because if we didn't, we would have been going down. But now we're just gonna take him out with just a couple more Fury Cutters, and that will be the end of round 3. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you guys like Scizor. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you guys on the next one.